Caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I've become. I've been running east, looking for a sunset, digging deep since '99. What I thought was gone was sitting in my pocket in plain sight all along. I think it's time for me to go, burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way, fell between the foam, pulling stitches. Time to let go, so come what may. Don't look before you leave. What you give, you get to keep. So long, farewell, bye-bye. Let's have a toast for those lost old eyes.
Hiya! Right, welcome back to the channel, and I'm now about to do a diesel heater. I should actually be over at the van doing a diesel heater now, but I've been at work today. How inconsiderate of my work, eh? And I'm also having to watch the dogs till somebody gets in, because Buffy's in heat. Look how miserable she looks. She looks pure fed up. And Xander, come. Well, Xander's just a boy, isn't he? So, even though he's been done, we're better to not leave these alone. Not right now. Yeah, you want your tummy done? Okay. So, I'm waiting on Abby getting in for work, and then I'm going to go over. I've done some bits and bobs. Really, what I'm up to tonight is actually the worst part of it. Cutting the hole through the van floor for everyone to go in. So, had to buy some tools. I've literally had this heater sitting for about 3 weeks. But because of COVID, because I've not had the right tools, the weather's been shocking, I've not managed to get it done. And obviously, this wee bugger being in heat. Because that means I can't put it in the dog sitters. So that means that if they're getting left over at work, we need to get home quick as possible so that the dogs aren't left too long, because it's just no fair. Fingers crossed Abby will be in soon. I'll get over to the van. I'll get the hole cut through the floor. It's pitch black. It's night time. It's like about 6:30 now or something. But this is the only time I'm getting to do it. So we're in the van. I've got a hole to cut in the floor. Don't know if you can see the hole there. Yep. So I've got a hole to cut right there. That's my pilot hole. Right. I've done quite a bit of work on this, but I will explain everything to you, okay? So, that's the heater we got. Tricklix. There it's sitting there. It's a 5 kilowatt. I like to be warm. Right, so far what I've done then is the diesel tank. Now, on the diesel tank, there is a little bit for you to drill the hole. So, as you can see under there, you drill the hole, you have to put a screw in, which is quite hard. I played the game of trying to make the screw go in the hole. You've got to put the screw inside the diesel tank. So I played a wee game of trying to get it in for a good wee while, but it didn't work. And then I realised that if I got a bit of wire, just a bit of electrical wire, and I attached the screw onto that just with a bit of masking tape, and I pulled it through, and it was done first shot. So tip for yous. Then I've put the diesel pump, the diesel filter on. And basically I had to cut that black stuff there. Came as a big tube, so I've had to cut that for all the different components that need it. So basically under there, you need to put a bit of that tube in, then you need to attach the fuel pipe and put these butterfly clips on. Same there and there. Then I've ran the fuel pipe all the way along the side of the door, round the back, it's coming in here, and I've attached the fuel pump. Now, the fuel pump I'm going to have to fix because I've attached that wrong. Have I? Yes, I have. That should be going into the heater. Aye, so that's wrong. So, need to get this big beast opened up and cut a big hole in this floor, which I really am really looking forward to. So, wish me luck. Right, I've no idea why the camera keeps going weird, but it might be because it's upside down. We'll see. Right, the wee screws there, they come in and go back out if you screw that one. So, like that, obviously. And this just screws on. Using that bit. It should screw on. Yeah, there we go. So you screw it on as tight as it'll go. Manually, just with your hand. And then you come back until you see the holes line up with the black bits. Then once they come out, you screw them into the holes. Where have the holes went? Right, they're in there now. Tighten that right up. Then it just attaches to the drill. This is why I've hardly filmed, right? I don't know what the camera's doing. It just keeps switching itself on and taking pictures. Right, anyway, we're going to try and do this hole. I think about, that's level, so about there and over about there. Oh, here we go, there's no going back.
I can feel my body cold against the concrete, but I can't seem to get enough. My mind is fixed on what it wants. I just let you beat me. Looks can be deceiving. Let you get the best of me. In bed with my worst enemy. This is a no-go. I just can't take hold. This is a danger zone. Pack up and get me home. This is a no-go. I just can't take hold. This is a danger zone. Pack up and get me. So put your hand in mine. Follow me. Let me waste your time. Set up feet. Do some stupid shit. Take a seat. Let me waste your time. So put your
Hello, this hasn't went well. So, this is how much we've got done. We are through the metal at the top, that bit of the ridge there, down in there. But either the drill is broke or the two batteries have went totally flat, like as in there's nothing. But the drill did heat right up, it's roasting. So there's a good chance it could be the motor's burnt out. Fingers crossed the drill's fine, because we're stuck without it. So, I think I'm going to have to just go home. I've done other wee bits and pieces. I fixed the pump. I'll show you this actually. So, this is the pump. And according to the video I watched, that bit should be going to the heater. Which this will, because there'll be another fuel pipe attached onto the end of there going into the heater, which will go underneath the van. I will have to do another hole. So, diesel heater, I'll show you this. So, basically, I bought a turret mount for it because the wee just metal plate would have meant that I had to cut a right big square hole right into the van to get it down right onto the metal. So, bought a turret mount, which obviously once it's round, that bit goes right through to the floor of the van. And all I've done so far with this is I've attached the exhaust, which you'll see here, that's the air intake, and that's the fuel pump. the fuel pipe. So the air intake and the fuel pipe go together and the exhaust goes away. And when you go under the van, ideally you're going to want the exhaust pipe pointing towards the back of the van and the air intake with the air filter pointing towards the front of the van, I think. So I'm going to go home, charge the batteries and then try this again tomorrow. This is the longest diesel heater fitting in the history of diesel heater fitting. This is the silencer. Now it goes like that underneath the van, because if you'll notice at the bottom there's a wee hole and that's for any moisture to escape. So when that goes on, it goes on sideways and then it'll get bracketed onto the van. Right, well, see you tomorrow, maybe. Hello, it's another night. Thought the drill had broke, but it wasn't, it was just the batteries had died. So, I've been over about a couple of minutes and I've actually got it done. I thought I'm just going to see if this is going to work before I put the camera on, and it did. See? We have, oh, you're still looking at me. See? We have a big hole right through the van. So now we just need to put the diesel heater in, figure out where I'm putting the hole for the fuel pump to come through, and see if it's even going to fit. Another fun night. Right guys, the battery died, but I've managed to get enough charge to film the very end of it. So basically, we've tried this yet. I've wired everything up. The wiring's a bit of a mess, but I'll sort all that. So now, we're wanting to switch that isolator switch there onto on. And then when we do that, this wee control unit should switch on. So, fingers crossed, are you ready? We're switching the switch. And we have it. Right, but I don't know how to prime my pump. The video I watched showed you just to do that. I don't know what that means. Shut. We need instructions. And it was all fine. What is going on? Right, so the pumps doing stuff to now. Priming. Aye, that's the word. Priming. Let's double check we have no leaks anywhere. I don't know. Hello, so it's another day and I'm back at the van yet again. So I don't know if I filmed it last night, but when I switched it on, when the heater started, the smoke was everywhere. It looked even as though it was coming out the air filter. So I switched it all back off and left it to mid daylight. So I'm back over today and I'm going to go and switch it all on and try again. Fire extinguisher ready. things we actually do to get a camper van. So it's priming the pump. I'm seeing all the air bubbles coming out. It should really only be this one wee bit of fuel that we have any air bubbles in. Now, I think I could have over-primed the pump last night, so this could be part of the issue, but there was air bubbles there, so I've had to. What do you think? The heater is on. Nothing much seems to be happening yet. So what can it again though? Oh, we have exhaust fumes. Everything's looking good under here.